Lunari and the Star Painter. The night was quiet. The trees whispered softly in the wind, and the river hummed far below like a sleepy song. Lunari sat on a rock in the forest, looking up at the sky. She loved watching the stars. Usually they sparkled like tiny lights in a deep blue blanket. But tonight, something was different. Some stars looked dull and tired. They didn't twinkle the way they usually did. "That's strange," Lunari whispered. "The stars always shine bright." She stood up and noticed a path of silver moonlight stretching across the sky. It looked like it was calling her. Without thinking twice, Lunari followed the path, her bare feet stepping carefully. Up and up and up she walked, past the treetops, past the clouds, until she reached a soft, fluffy cloud floating all on its own. On the cloud sat a tiny figure wearing a cloak covered in sparkles. In one hand he held a glowing jar, and in another a little silver brush. "Hello," Lunari said kindly. "Who are you?" The figure looked up. He had gentle eyes and a quiet voice. "I'm the Star Painter. Every night I paint the stars to help them shine. But tonight my stardust is almost gone." Lunari looked at the glowing jar. It was nearly empty. "If I run out," the Star Painter said, "some stars will lose their light. They might disappear until someone remembers them." Lunari's heart felt heavy. "That sounds so sad. Can I help?" The Star Painter smiled. "Yes, but you must be gentle. Stardust is made from love, kindness, and hope. Only hearts that carry those things can use it." He handed Lunari a small brush. She held it carefully, like it was made of feathers. Together they dipped their brushes into the soft glow of the jar. Then they touched a sleepy star, and it lit up right away. It sparkled and danced like it was happy to be seen again. Lunari giggled. "It worked!" "Yes," said the Star Painter. "The stars always remember kindness." They kept painting, one star, and then another, and another. The sky slowly became bright again. But after a while, the jar began to dim. The stardust was running out. Lunari looked around. "What do we do now?" The Star Painter sighed. "We wait. The jar refills only when people do kind things, but it may take a long time." Lunari thought for a moment. Then she closed her eyes and placed both hands over her heart. She remembered the time her friend shared a cookie when she was sad, the hug her mother gave her after a long day, the time she helped a lost bird find its nest. Warmth filled her chest. It grew and glowed until a soft light slipped out from between her fingers. She opened her eyes and smiled. "I want to share this with you." The Star Painter's eyes sparkled. "That is the truest kind of stardust. It comes from your own heart." He carefully poured Lunari's glowing light into the jar. It shimmered and danced like a fireflies. They painted again, but now the stars didn't just shine, they twinkled with joy. Some even twirled in the sky like they were playing. Lunari laughed. They are happy. Yes, the star painter said, because your kindness lit them from the inside. When every star was bright again, the star painter lifted his brush one last time. He drew a glowing line across the sky, like a crown made of light. He turned to Lunari. Whenever you see a star twinkle, he said, remember, it may be shining with your light. Lunari felt sleepy now. The sky was calm and everything was quiet. The star painter led her to a soft cloud. She lay down, curling up like a cat, her head resting on her arm. Above her, the stars sparkled gently. She smiled, her heart full of peace. She had helped the stars remember how to shine, and now they would help her dream. And as the stars blinked softly in the sky, the night wrapped around Lunari like a lullaby, and she drifted into the sweetest sleep. And now, my little listeners, the take from this story is affirmation. I shine brighter when I share my kindness. Good night.